Chapter 6: ASL in Real Life. The bus ride to the neighboring county felt like it lasted 3 decades instead of 40 minutes. Mark sat by the window, his knee bouncing a frantic rhythm against the back of the seat. In his pocket, the Polaroid of Emily felt like a warm coal. He had checked his reflection in the bus window at least 50 times, pushing his hair back, then messing it up again, then worrying it looked too intentional. This was the ultimate A/S/L check. Age, sex, location. The 3 questions that defined every AOL encounter. But they had moved past the data. They were looking for the soul. He stepped off the bus in front of the suburban plaza. The air was crisp, smelling of damp leaves and the faint, sweet scent of cinnamon from a nearby bakery. And there it was, Tower Records. The yellow and red neon sign was a beacon for every misfit and music lover in a 30-mile radius. It was the perfect neutral ground. Mark stood by the entrance, his hands shoved deep into the pockets of his flannel. He felt exposed. Without the monitor to hide behind, without the backspace key to curate his thoughts, he felt like that ghost again, invisible and terrified. Every time the automatic doors hissed open, his heart nearly beat out of his chest. 10 minutes passed. 15. Maybe she saw me through the window and left, he thought, the old familiar weight of insecurity settling in his gut. Maybe I don't look like a lead singer to her in this light. Mark? The voice was small, hesitant, but he recognized the cadence instantly. It was the voice from the midnight phone call. He turned. She was standing 3 feet away, clutching the strap of a messenger bag covered in band patches. She was wearing the charcoal beanie from the photo in a vintage corduroy jacket. She was smaller than he imagined, but her eyes, those wide, intelligent eyes, were even more vibrant in person. For a long moment, neither of them moved. The 14.4 connection was finally hardwired. "Emily," Mark said. His voice cracked slightly, but he didn't care. A slow, lopsided smile spread across her face. The exact one from the Polaroid, only now it was moving, breathing, and directed entirely at him. "You're taller than you sounded on the phone," she teased, her cheeks flushing a soft pink. "And you're even better than the picture," Mark replied. The social awkwardness that usually paralyzed him was still there, but it was being overruled by a strange, new sense of belonging. They started walking, not really knowing where they were going, wandering through the aisles of the record store. They didn't even have to talk at first. They just drifted toward the P section, their shoulders occasionally brushing. Each contact felt like a spark of static electricity, the physical version of an instant message notification. "Look," Emily whispered, pointing to a copy of Brighten the Corners. "Standard tuning." Mark laughed, a deep, easy sound that made a few people in the aisle look up. For once, he didn't look down at his shoes. He looked at her. "I think I'm done with the secret garden, Emily. I like the real one better." They spent the afternoon sharing a single pair of headphones at a listening station, leaning their heads together to hear a new release. They talked about everything and nothing, the conversation flowing with the same effortless rhythm they'd found at 2 a.m. behind their keyboards. As the sun began to set, casting long golden shadows across the parking lot, they stood by the bus stop. The looming reality of their separate towns and separate schools felt smaller now. "So," Emily said, looking up at him through her dark lashes, "are you going to log on tonight?" Mark reached out, hesitantly at first, and took her hand. Her fingers were cold, but she squeezed back firmly. I'll be there. But I think I might spend less time in the chat rooms and more time in the private messages." "Good," she whispered. She leaned in and kissed his cheek, a soft, fleeting touch that smelled like vanilla and cool October air. "I'll save you a seat in the garden." Mark watched her walk away toward her mom's car, her beanie bobbing in the crowd. He felt a foot taller. He wasn't a ghost. He wasn't just a screen name. He was Mark, and he was seen. He boarded the bus home, the hum of the engine sounding almost like a dial-up modem. But as he sat back and watched the world blur past, he realized he didn't need the wires anymore. The connection was already made.